bring our minds home. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what the pandemic uncovered, whether you enjoy the pleasure of your own company type of thing. I think
Mhm.
I mean, we do as writers, and you kind of need that space to let things
Mhm.
in, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It
definitely.
takes courage, I think, to do that. I have to say, I like being alone. I really enjoy my aloneness a lot, but I do like the connections with people. And writing is that much more um, demanding of myself that I don't know that I could be alone and write all the time. It would be hard.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, you need a little
It's a good,
balance. Everything in
right.
balance.
Everything is balanced, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that I've been discovering, I guess, with this book is that when I published it, I sent out I have an email list of people who have purchased previous books, and I have an email list of people that hike, and I sent it out to everybody. And I didn't even look who was on the list, and I've heard back from some people. One person I went to elementary school with, and she lives here in Connecticut, and we actually met at the Durham Library, and we spent 2 hours, 2 wonderful hours catching up. And another one was a woman who went to middle school with me and then went off to a different high school, and I didn't know her from elementary school. And she wrote me an email, and she said, I bought your book online and I just love this, and this is my reaction to it. It's giving me an opportunity to reconnect with a lot of people, which is really what a precious gift.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to bring that memory full circle in some ways.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, no, it's very interesting. Uh, I just did it with 3 people today that uh, I I'm using this opportunity to reach out, and I mean they've all sent me emails saying they'd like a book, so I'm taking this opportunity to connect with them. And um, yesterday I met one person, and she got a book, and as she's looking through it, she's like, I'm going to buy some more books. I'm going to give them as my Christmas like stocking stuffer. And I was like,
Oh,
oh, are
awesome.
you sure? So she's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because part of it was because her birthday one was just spot on.
Wow, how cool
So
is that? That is,
yeah, yeah. It's someone I worked with more than 20 years ago, and we worked together for 3 months, and that was it. And we see each other every once in a while, but yeah, it was really kind of neat.
don't burn your bridges.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You never know when they become a great connection.
Yes.
I mean, it's like it's very meaningful to have these interactions with these people and catch up with them and find out what they're up to. And it's
Yeah,
very
precious. It's
honoring that they want
precious.
my book and all that stuff. But yeah, it's been really kind of fun.
Yeah. And it's nice that you do that personal connection too. That's kind
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I offered it to people who live nearby. I said, if you live nearby, I'm happy to do that. Otherwise, it's available on Amazon and you can buy it
I
there.
I
But
bought mine on Amazon,
yeah, yeah.
even though
So
I don't live near you, but I live
Yeah.
it's
in
okay.
What part of you, where do you do your hikes? Like what part of Connecticut are you
So
in?
they're for the city of Middletown, and
Okay.
the recreation office has me encouraging people to get out into open space in Middletown. So I do a hike every month in a different open space piece in Middletown. And I've been doing it for 9 years now. I just sort of
Whoa.
realized. Yeah.
now, is this on a Sunday or when are
They're
they?
on either Saturdays or Sundays, depending. I change it through the year because some people can't come on Saturdays and some people can't come on Sundays. And so I
That's
switch it out.
Yeah, and it's promoted on Facebook, I think, no? City of
Yeah, so
Middletown.
well, the rec office does different kinds of promotions at this point, but they do promote them on Facebook, and after we go, like this last hike we walked, we saw both a mature and an immature bald eagle and a beaver. And so we had photos, and so they posted the photos afterwards. So people
Was
can get
that the
excited for
beaver
coming.
video that the beaver was eating the tree? No, that was another person that did that.
No, it's just a still photo of the beaver. But it was down along the Connecticut River, down in the Maromas section. And it was, if you remember Sunday morning, it was very misty and kind of rainy. And so there was mist all over the river, and it was really fun. It was nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Beth, could you talk about your ecotherapy?
Well, and that's part of it. So when I do these walks, I encourage people to connect more with nature. So sometimes I read something from John O'Donohue, sometimes from Thich Nhat Hanh, sometimes we do walking meditation. And let's see, what did we do this last time? Oh, I read something. So it was my early Earth Day hike. And so I have an Earth Day t-shirt from 1990. I wear it once a year. And I read something from John Muir talking about, the earth and what it's like. And that was good. And then when we got down to the river, we stood there in silence for about a minute or two, just to see what we experienced.
Love that.
Powerful. Just being there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My degree is in outdoor recreation, so
Oh, well,
I used to lead the hikes too. So we have that in common.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want
really.
to hike someday. I have
Okay.
to.
Yeah. Well, we have, they're all degrees of difficulty and places. So the July hike that I do is at the Middletown Nature Gardens, which is what they call a pocket park. It's very small. It has a circular path that's probably about a quarter of a mile. And then I send people off to do walking meditation, and we come back together. It's not a difficult hike. We do one in July that's along the Mattabesett River, and it's a paved bike path. And that's a longer hike, but it's very easy to do. And in October, we climb Mount Higbee, which is a ridiculously hard hike, and it takes us hours. So I'm exaggerating, but it's a much more strenuous hike, and it takes more than most of the hikes are an hour and a half. Most of them are an hour and a half. And that one is significantly longer. So I'm going to have a little bit of trouble here because I have company that just walked in.
Oh, cats. Well, it's approaching, we've been here at 35 minutes. It's a long one. If I tell you, it's been a pleasure though. Do you want to say anything more? Kirsten, do you have any other questions?
No, I'm gonna find the book though. That's it. Where do I find your blog too? Is that gonna be posted somewhere or?
Well, I have a blog that's just my author blog, but this one is called Beth Lapin's A to Z blog, because it's
okay, so you have another one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I just put my A to Z stuff up there on that one. So it's only active the month of April every year.
And your other one covers more authorly things
and hikes and because
Yeah.
I'm doing, for example, the Department of Environmental Protection has an annual hiking challenge called Sky's the Limit. And so I do that, and I put it up there because I'm really trying to encourage other people to participate in that.
That's so cool. I love it.
Yeah. The only other thing I might say is just a little brief amount about self-publishing and working through the Amazon self-publishing tool. I find it incredibly easy and useful. I don't know if you've done anything through them, but this is my 3, 4, 5, 6th book I've done through them, I guess. And just the fact that I could do this a different size and that I could do it in large print was very cool. And, I designed the cover myself. It's my photo on there. And it's just very, I think it's pretty user friendly. I did run into one small glitch where, for some reason they can't post on my detail page. They can put that I have an ebook and that I have this paperback book, but they cannot link it with the large print book.
Hmm.
Hmm.
They don't have
Um,
that as an option.
so what I did was in my description, I said there also is a large print book available, and here's the link.
Mhm.
But otherwise, I've just found it's fairly high quality. It's consistent. They ship my books fairly quickly. I've been quite pleased with it.
I
And
agree. That's how I did all mine. And
Mhm.
like you said, just if anyone's listening to this, there's no barrier to getting your book published anymore, isn't it? It's just
Right,
amazing.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And it can be
And
nice quality, like
mhm,
you're saying.
mhm,
So,
right. I actually did a cookbook for our family, and so I did that one both soft cover and then I tried the hardcover version.
oh wow.
Um, which I had never done before. And it was okay. It was okay.
Mhm.
The cover was nice. The inside, it was a little not so clear that it was as nice as a regular hardcover book. Let me put it that way.
Mhm. Right.
But yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
but I found
definitely
I learned a lot through the process too, and it made me feel a
Mhm.
little more proud of myself that I could do that at my age and figure it out.
Right,
And
right,
so,
right,
like, it may sound daunting to people, but it's really not. And
right,
there's
right.
not any gatekeepers anymore. If you really want to get your work out there,
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
can.
Yes.
Although I don't know if libraries can really order if you only do Amazon.
Well,
Is that
it's
correct?
interesting. Yeah, we do. This is a problem. We do
Yeah.
our set sort of way of ordering things, and
Right.
that's a different world. I often say to the local authors, though, you know, sometimes it's better to keep it out of libraries if you're selling it. You don't want
Yeah.
Well,
people to buy
I've
it.
always donated mine to libraries.
Some
I
do,
haven't done it on this one yet, but I've especially when I've given book talks at libraries, I always donate a copy to that library. And those are
Yeah.
all available through interlibrary loan. So
right? Yeah.
um
And
I think
it's
it's good.
hard though. It's hard for libraries and it's very rare, I think, that you find a lot of local authors in libraries. And I'm
Mm,
not quite certain what that's about, but yeah, we had at Russell Library in Middletown, we had a section of the catalog
mhm,
that we would
mhm,
say so that we could search for local authors specifically. I don't know if
mhm,
they're continuing that, but yeah, it's a good
mm,
practice so
mhm.
that you have
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
um,
Yeah, no, I would definitely. The first book that I wrote was published by a small press. Um, and just say that the pricing um, was is much better through Amazon.
oh,
And they did no promotion. So when you publish
Right.
yourself, you're doing all the promotion, but in a small press, it's the same thing. So you may as well go ahead and do it yourself.
yeah.
So
And a lot of times I think your market is very niche anyway, isn't it? Or not? What would you think? I don't know.
um, yeah, it's hard to say. It depends what you're writing, I guess. But
And
um,
how does it matter how you market it? I don't know.
well, on this particular book, I thought that uh, a large portion of my market might be the people who have been following this blog. And so I wanted to make sure that this book was ready by the beginning of April when we started blogging again. And
Ah,
then on every post every day at the bottom, I explain that I've been doing this and I made it into a book, and here's the link if you're interested.
that's right. I
Um,
remember I was looking at your blog the other day and I read
mhm,
those.
yeah, yeah. Um, so that's how I was thinking that, well, who's my audience going to be? Well, maybe some of those people would be interested in, and you can buy it on Amazon and get it anywhere in the world. So,
And
okay.
I was thinking